guys have had a huge year, biggest headlining tour yet. What have been the highlights of the tour and the year?
Well, yeah, we put out this album, Family Business. It's our 4th album, and we got to do the first leg of this tour, or first 2 legs, I guess, of this tour that is sort of like our dream tour. It's everything that we would ever want our headline tour to be, and it's very family-oriented and very business-oriented, so we're really leaning into a theme, and yeah.
It was really fun. I think that, like, we are so proud of this album, and so to be able to then, like, bring it to so many different fans in the live context has just been so exciting. And it's like when you work on an album so hard in your little space, and then it's unfathomable the idea that just a few months later you're going to be having thousands of people singing along with you every night, and that's just the coolest feeling.
So cool, and continued in 2025, I hope.
Yes, yeah, the tour will rage on. We've got several more legs announced already. Yeah.
Awesome, so exciting. And I wonder with the sibling duo, like, do you find that makes it easier for you guys to collaborate, or a little bit harder? Because I know I would argue with my sister all the time.
We get told that a lot by people, like, oh, I could never work with my sibling. I mean, I think for us, it's very second nature. We grew up playing music together. We always had this relationship that was, like, both based on being actual friends, but also, like, having this really shared love of music. And, I think it would almost be strange to think about doing a career without each other. Like, everything we know about music is kind of intertwined with our relationship, so I can't really imagine anything else. And yeah, I think it mostly, almost all the time, is a good thing.
I agree. That was what I was gonna say. Mostly all the time,
a good thing.
It's easier and a good thing.
And Gracie, I have to ask, because I just watched the new episode of Sex Lives last night. Yes, it was amazing. So. And it's so funny, too, because you sang Roar, and Katy Perry's headlining tonight.
Oh, my God. Should I tell her?
I think you need to.
Okay. Maybe it's crossover.
It's serendipity.
Yeah.
What was it like joining the cast of that show? What drew you to the project?
I wish I could say I was cool enough to, like, get the offer without auditioning, but that's totally not my life. So I sent in a self-tape, and 2 days later, they asked me to go to LA and shoot the show, and it was just so cool. I mean, I've been a fan of the show for years. I've recommended it to friends and always thought it was so funny and great. And then to get the opportunity to be on it was kind of like trippy in a weird way, because I would be like, I'd call Clyde and I'd be like, I'm like in the cafeteria on the show, like I'm in it. And I was like, I used to watch that, so it's a unique experience. I don't know, even for actors, like, how often are you getting to be on a show that you watched and that you loved? So that was really cool, and getting to sing on it is amazing, and the journey that the character has is a lot about confidence and insecurity, which is something that we write about a lot, and we have a song called I'm Confident That I'm Insecure, so felt all very intertwined and serendipitous.
I love that you were a fan first. That is always the best way to do it.
It was the coolest thing ever.
That's so cool. Did you feel like you had some Renee Rapp size shoes to fill, or do you think Casey's character is just so different that it's a whole different thing?
I mean, what do you think? Like, I think Casey's very different,
and
I think that they brought in 2 new people, and I think there was no intention of ever feeling like it was like replacing or anything like that, because that's an iconic character. Like, Leighton is a beloved, iconic character. I don't think anyone from the creators of the show to any of the actors would want to step on the toes of that. So I think we were just trying to do something totally new and just make it feel like they're building out the cast and with so much respect and homage to what she brought to the show.
Yeah. As a fan, I was happy with it.
Oh,
so
good. I'm so glad.
Was she always a singer, or did you bring that into it?
From what I know, I don't know, because I got cast and then had to do a part in 2 days.
When you just asked that, I was like, that's a great question.
I mean, if I cast you, I would be like, we gotta get singing in the show.
That's very nice. My sense is that they knew that they wanted to do a character that would be in the theater world, and that would inherently maybe have some singing in it. I don't know whether it was going to be this much singing or not. I think that the fun of having it be, like, I come from the touring world. Like, we sing live and play super live, and the fact that Justin, the creator of the co-creator of the show, was so passionate about that singing being live in that episode was really cool. And maybe that's something that was because he liked Lawrence.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah.